Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I don't know why I just put this hood on, but I'm kind of liking the look a lot better with the hood on, except minus all the makeup. So, thank you for coming back to my channel if you are a returning customer, but if you're new, thank you for deciding to watch me, and I hope that you enjoy this one and the rest of my videos. It's still my third video, but I think that I'm going to keep doing it. Every Thursday is when they're going to be uploaded. So, today's video is going to be a chit-chat, get ready with me video. I didn't really chit-chat a lot of... I did, but I didn't. I did a little bit on gossip, which was really fun about the whole Jeffree Star and Too Faced and then Too Faced Tarte, Nicki and everything, because I just wanted you to keep up on what's going on, and I wanted to let you know what my thoughts were on it. Not that you really care too much, but I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with taking my Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Light Ivory just to prep my eyelids, and I'm just going to apply a generous amount all over the lid. Gotta try and keep that oil hidden all day long. The lids, I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it out. So next I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender again and just kind of lightly dip into my Airspun Translucent setting powder and just go over the lid, just to kind of help set that concealer. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do, I didn't say that I was going to do this, but I did it in my video because I always do it before. Sometimes I'll start with my eyeshadow before I start with my foundation. I just feel like if I start with my eyeshadow, there's so much more like room to like make sure it's perfect than like if I do my foundation and I get it all over my face, like the fallout is terrible, which I'm not saying it is with the Jeffree Star palettes, but you never know, depending on how much you use of it, it could always just fall off. So it's easier if you just do your eyes first and then do your foundation, so you can go with your foundation over any spots of color that you might have, or you can rub it off and not worry about rubbing off your foundation. But I'm going to first moisturize the rest of my face so that like while I'm, making all these faces, it's not getting, too angry at me. Okay, so since I went and moisturized my face with my L'Oreal Revitalift cream, I also decided to moisturize my lips with my Carmex, just the classic lip balm. I love Carmex so fucking much that, like, I liked Burt's Bees, but, like, for $4, and Carmex does a way better job. I was like, this is 98 cents at Walmart. I'm kind of a bitch on a budget right now. So I'm going to go with the Carmex, that's $1 versus the Burt's Bees, which does a good job. It doesn't do bad, but the Carmex does a better job for $1, so obviously that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so now that I have that all set and moisturized, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Androgyny palette, and I'm going to go in with my crease. I'm going to use Safe Word. Alright, so a little bit different than what I did from my Sunday video, because you kind of, you learn from your, not mistakes, but you learn how to do it better when you do it. So what I decided to do is I decided to take a little bit more of Safe Word and put it a little bit more on the inner corner. It'll make more sense if you haven't seen what the look looks like when I finish it. And then I kind of brought it out a little bit more just to kind of make it create a little bit more of a wing effect on the side, and I'm going to do it to the other eye. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the shade Androgyny, which is honestly my favorite word in the dictionary ever since I learned it from Jeffree Star. Here's what the packaging looks like. But I'm going to go in with the shade Androgyny, and I love this because it's kind of like a purpley-ish. It's like a dark purple, but like, I don't know, it just is so beautiful on everything. Like, the lipstick shade is my favorite shade in his whole collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of take that a little bit on the V and then bring it in towards the crease more. Alright, so now that I have it, now that it was like a little bit of a darker color, then the transition shade, you can kind of see how the wing is starting to form. Blend it through. Okay, so now that, like I said, now that I have a darker color, you can kind of see the wing more. It could use a little bit more shaping, which is what's nice about not doing your foundation first and doing your eyeshadow first, because when you just take a makeup wipe and be like, and make it as sharp as you want with eyeshadow instead of having to use a liner. Okay, so the next color I'm going to go in with is the... I always say this word wrong. It's fetish, but I had to think about it a couple times whether it was fetish or fetish because I'm just stupid. So I'm gonna go in with the fetish color, which is this really dark, pretty red. And if you look really closely, there's a hint, like very, very small bit of shimmerish in there. but you can only tell if you're really looking at it in the light, but that's what makes it such a great color. And so I'm going to go ahead and take that on this Morphe brush. By the way, the Morphe brush that I use for both the Androgyny is this Morphe Fluffy Crease brush. I got it in a set, so it doesn't really have a number, but I love it. So I'm also going to take this Morphe Flat Fluffy brush. It's kind of flat. I mean, I would consider it flat. And I'm just going to go ahead and dip into the Fetish with that color, and I'm going to try and avoid doing the center of the lid. I'm going to do kind of what I did with that Safe Word, and I kind of blended Androgyny into it, but I'm going to try and keep it on the outer V, blend it a little bit into the crease, and then kind of keep it down on the side. Okay, so now that it's even a darker color, you can kind of really see how the wing is starting to form. It'll look a lot better when the other side looks done, but like I kind of feel like it's a little rough. But again, that's what's the beauty about doing it without foundation for the 10th time, is that you can literally just fix it. Like, it's so much easier to fix. You don't have to take off your foundation. You don't take anything else off. So like I said, I try to keep away from the lid so like you can still see my lid fully. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to dip into the China White in the Beauty Killer palette. This is the only color that I'm really going to be using in this. I might kind of dabble with Confessional a little bit just because it kind of would look really cute to help blend through with the frosting that I'm going to use in the Androgyny palette, and then the Fetish, just kind of help blend it through to make it all seamless. But before I do that, I'm going to take that crease brush again, and I'm going to dip into Safe Word, and I'm just going to help kind of blend everything through in this eye. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm going to take this and use this It Cosmetics flat packing brush, and it's got a little jewel on the bottom. It's so cute. This is actually one of the first makeup brushes that I've ever bought. I'm just going to take my MAC Prep+Prime spray, kind of get it a little wet to help kind of make the pigment a little better. And like I said, I'm just going to dip in with that China White color. Just a little bit. Not trying to get too much. And I'm just going to... So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in with that It Cosmetics flat packing brush, and I'm going to spray it one more time. And then I'm going to go into the Androgyny palette, and like I said, I was going to use frosting, so I'm going to take that color, this really shimmery, pretty gold color, and I'm going to put that right on the lid. And then I'm going to blend it out, and then I'm going to put a little bit more red, and then a little bit more gold, just to kind of help it look really big. Alright, and like I said, I was going to go back in to the red color Fetish, and I will be right back. I'm going to finish that eye, and then I'm going to do this eye off camera. Okay, so what I decided to just go ahead and do was I just primed my face. So I just went in with a little bit more of a moisturizer. I used the Vaseline Intense Care Deep Moisture, just use a little bit of it. I went over my lipstick on with my Carmex. And then I took my Benefit Porefessional, which really does the job with the pores. And then I went over everything with a little bit of Nivea Men Sensitive Post-Shave Balm because makeup sticks to it really, really well. And as far as the eyeshadow goes, so I was going to do, you know, a wing with the eyeshadow, and then I made it, and this one looked semi-decent. I just had to clean it up, and then I made this one that was like this big, and then I had to make it even until it was all the way up to my hairline, and then at that point it was just like, well, erase. So now while I'm waiting for the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm to set in, I'm going to fan it a little bit because I'd like to move on to the next step. So now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Natural Beige, which I'm really sad to say this, but like I love this foundation to death, and I have the next shade darker. Where is it? Here it is. And so I'm going to use both of these up, and once they are gone, I am never, ever, 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 ever going to buy another bottle of Too Faced Born This Way again. Yes, this is probably one of the best foundations I've ever used. However, after everything that I found out about Too Faced with the whole Jeffree Star and Too Faced thing, it really puts like a bad taste in my mouth about Too Faced, and if I'm supporting that brand, I don't want to. I don't want to support a brand that does that to people like Nikki or people like Jared. That's not my prerogative. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the last of this and then no more. So I'm going to enjoy every second that I have left with this. I'm just going to take a few pumps on the back of my hand, like so. And it's very, very, very full coverage, which is one of the things I love about it so much. And then I'm just going to paint it on my face. Alright, so now that I have it all blended into my face, I'm just going to go back in with that translucent powder by Airspun and the big fluffy thing that it comes with. And I'm just going to dab it in there, make sure I get a little less than I need. Next I'm going to go in with... Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium. Oh, I love this stuff so much. I love the big applicator, it's just so nice. I'm just going to highlight my T-zone and conceal my dark circles. Alright, so I have that all blended now, and something again that I have to say, it's actually kind of ironic that, you know, it was between it was between Too Faced and Tarte, but with my Born This Way foundation and my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, my concealer just melts so perfectly in with the foundation, and yes, I know that's because it blends into my skin well, but like, it goes right in, they're so seamless, oh, it's just so perfect. Alright, so my next step is to do a little bit of bronze and then a little bit of contour. So I'm going to go in with that Wet n Wild Color Icon, that bronzer that I really love from my last video. It's just so amazing. I'm going to take that pretty cute angled unicorn brush. And I'm just going to go and bronze up the side of my faces. My faces. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild. Actually, I went in with, and if I'm trying to recreate this video like I did on Sunday, I went in with my Master Contour by Maybelline, which I actually really, really love, as you can tell by how I hit the pan. And I'm just going to take my Morphe. I'm going to take my Morphe B4 brush, angled brush. This one is way better than the unicorn one, but like, they're both really good. Honestly, angled brushes are God's given gift, just like the chapstick. Alright, so that's exactly what it did. Okay, so something that I really like about my look and this look that I did on Sunday is that it's not like a very like, look at my cheekbones, like super cut, like, kind of look. It's just like a nice, like, summery, like, bronzy glow that it gives me. And that's what I really like. So then I'm happy with it, is what I was going to say. But now I'm going to go back in with that Airspun powder, and I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to kind of clean up my bronzing contour. Alright, so I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of minutes off camera, and then I will be back to brush it all away. Okay, so now that I'm back and it is all blended away, I'm just going to go in with my Fit Me by Maybelline matte and poreless powder in the shade 230, and I'm just going to kind of help make my bronzer and my contour blend into my face a lot better so it doesn't look so kind of harsh. It doesn't look super harsh, but I just want it to look as natural as possible. Alright, so my next step is to take my MAC Prep+Prime again, and I'm just going to kind of hydrate my face with it like this. And if you're wondering why I'm going to keep my eyes closed, it's because I don't want my eyeshadow to like get really like liquidy and kind of like stick and move all over the place, because that's something that I've noticed that this does, which obviously that happens because it's liquid and this is a powder. So now that I have that, I'm going to move on to my next step, which I'm going to do my lipstick next. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because I feel super awkward when I put it on, because I'm just an awkward person when I put lipstick on. Like, I'm like, I mean, no, I know we are all are, but I'm not that comfortable yet. So I'm going to be using Designer Blood by, well, if you could see from the light, Designer Blood by Jeffree Star from his holiday collection. I'm taking my little doe foot, and I will be right back. Alright, so now I'm back, and this is what my final product is. I love this lipstick so much. It's such a nice bold red. And it's so, like, the formula is just so good. Okay, so then my last step is going to be a little bit of a poppin' highlighter, but again, I'm going to take this one more time just because I put lipstick on now and I just feel like I should. Alright, just a couple sprays here and there. Okay, so let me find my highlighter real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have it, it's going to be the Ofra Cosmetics Ofra X Nikkietutorial, and it's called Everglow. And I'm just going to go ahead and take the lightest shade here, which I used in my first video because it's so fucking blinding. Alright. I'm just going to take it on this fan brush, this one that I got from, let's see, where did I get this? Oh, Amazon for like 2 cents. Take a little bit of it. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is take the next lighter shade, just because like I kind of moving it and kind of helping it look a little more goldish-ish. And I'm just going over it. Give it a little more blinding effect. So now I'm going to take both of them on my chin. Back on the cupid bow, on my nose a little bit, on my forehead. And bam. So then my final and last thing that I need to do before I can say that this look is done is take some of my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is what my completed look looks like. I hope you all enjoyed it. My hair was a lot more fluffy on Sunday, but it looks cuter like this because the whole vampy red kind of just makes it look like more like. And any thumbs up, I will. Alright, so thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It has been a real fun bit of time messing up and then fixing it. So, good lord, I cannot speak. So, go ahead and comment down below what you think of this video, and if you like it, which I hope you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, but you really don't have to. I wouldn't be mad at you if you didn't give it a thumbs down. Oh, anyways, so anyways, yes, thank you for watching once again, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in next week's video.